Alright, Volume 3, Part 2, Chapter 2000, Deposits in Lockbox Accounts, Authorized Domestic Depositories. This chapter is set with the prescribed with designated above the authorized acts as financial agent of the U.S. government agency to file with the perform services known as Lockbox Services. Section 2010, Scope of the Applicability. Chapter applied with the designated depositories period and referred to as the Lockbox Depository located in 50 United States District, Columbia, other territory, possession specified by the designated financial agent. Formerly Lockbox Depository Agent Agreement, the financial agent agreement. The Lockbox Depositories have authority to act with the financial agent, U.S. government agency to perform electronic paper-based lockbox services. Bureau official services may revise procedures contained herein the governments if they are herein interested to do so. U.S. Code of Federal Regulations, Title 31, Part 202, officials with the authorized designated depository issue for the procedures of the Department of Treasury Authority, Title 12, U.S. Standard Code 9265, 266, 391, 1464K, 1789A, Title 31, U.S. Standard Code 3301, 3302, 3303, 3720, Terms of Definition, Treasury Financial Manual Glossary. 2025 Lockbox Depository Qualifications. All Lockbox Depositories shall meet the following qualifications at the time. Designated Depository Financial Agent of the United States Government defined in Title 31 CFR 202. Best compliance existing Treasury regulation procedures containing certain government depositories. Non-delinquent any of the data of the U.S. government be able to process the lockbox for receipts to facilitate located within 50 miles U.S. Postal Service first drop-off point of the mail-in distribution. Meet all requirements of the Treasury General Lockbox Network Internal Revenue Service Lockbox Network, as well as specified the designated financial designated financial agent. Memorandum of Understanding Treasury Financial Manual as directed by the authorized Treasury official, his or her designated representative. Alright, governing documents, designated financial agent. This is a two-party agreement between officials with the Lockbox Depository to perform Lockbox for the memorandum of understanding with the three-part of the agreement of officials between officials with the Lockbox Depository the federal government agency for the memorandum of the understanding of outline the maintenance, processing, investigation required with the agent, policy of cooperation pertaining to the Lockbox services covered with the chapter incorporated with the references designated financial agent. In the event of the inconsistency within among with the Treasury Financial Agent Manual, designated financial agent memorandum of the similarity agreement, the ATO authorized Treasury official will make the determination finding the proper course of action. Section 2035, establishing a Lockbox Agreement. Lockbox Agreement is established in accordance with Treasury Financial 54600. Follows agency provide with officials with the information capacity of cash flow. Officials with the select the Lockbox Depository processes remittance of the cash flow based on mail study analysis or other analysis. Officials with the coordinated meeting between the agency and the Lockbox Depository prepare operational specifications, support Lockbox process requirement containing state of work. Specification cannot be changed without prior approval. The officials with the Lockbox Depository submit a pricing schedule with official service for approval. Officials with the developed memorandum of understanding, including process specification, negotiated price scheduling obtained with the signature of the authorized Treasury official, AAO and ABO. Officials described in the memorandum of understanding agency Lockbox Depository. Section 240 Lockbox Depository Operations. General, a Lockbox application shall use the Lockbox service listed below. Process defined memorandum of understanding. Mail collection, sorting, mail extraction, remittance processing, data capture, checking, coding, endorsement, deposit proofing, balancing, deposit credit, internal credit, debit ticket preparation, and Form 215, 215A, B, and B, preparation, deposit items adjustment, account adjustments, chargeback, return items, stand Form 5515, preparation, data transmission, delivery, cash link, deposit reporting, bank management reporting, funds and transferred to Treasury. Receipts processing, agency remittance. Each Lockbox Depository establishes the cutoff time no earlier than 2 p.m. unless they otherwise specify with the memorandum of understanding transaction process for the cutoff time considered with the receipt of the next business day. Box depositories post all Lockbox deposit process for the cutoff time the Treasury of the DDA for the agency same bank of the day. Perform these Lockbox credits as follows. Credit of the agency to the Treasury of the DDA agency of the Lockbox Depository. Prepare internal deposit tickets of the Treasury format 215, 215A, and B, and 5515 with a voucher number assigned. Form deposits reporting cash link. Agency may contact Lockbox Depository whether there's a discrepancy between Lockbox Depository agency deposit records. Adjustments apply with the current month reports. Lockbox Depository shall cooperate with the agencies reconciling differences. Failure to cooperate or resolve the difference may result in termination of the agreement in accordance with the provisions of the designated financial agent. 2040-30 deposit tickets and form set 215, 215A, 215B. Lockbox Depository prepare 215 deposit credit adjustments allocated deposit date. Ticket date is deposit when the deposit is date is in the day of the credit of the Treasury DDA account of the agent. Alright, 2040-30 preparation. Lockbox Depository shall profit the Lockbox deposit received as filed with a complete 215 for each day received with the process of the daily cutoff time deposit date with the same as the voucher date of credit. Treasury per internal credit ticket with an increase of the balance of the DDA for the original internal credit ticket and items being deposited for the process and confirm accuracy with the internal credit ticket that stand form 215. 2040-30 B. Disposition. Lockbox Depository distributes for the 215 file with the retains original depository copy with the internal credit ticket. Returns agency memorandum confirmed agency with the copies of the agency. 2040-30 C. Duplicates. The Lockbox Depository shall upon request without charge furnish copies of the process 215 to officials over this to the federal government agency at the time during the retention period. The Lockbox Depository shall plainly stamp copy across the face of all stand form 215. Alright, 2040-60 debit voucher, stand form 55. The Lockbox Deposit shall make an adjustment to the Treasury DDA agency for the evening, stand form 5515. Report cash link. It's complete with the stand form 55. Used the original date with the banking date with the remittance was received except for the specified with the return items. Lockbox Depository shall complete the stand form 5515 with the following situation occur. Drawee financial institution returns unpaid check for the Lockbox Depository. Lockbox Depository laws check with the proprietor of the microfilm of the form for the check collection and correction is required with the prepare cash link deposit reporting error. Where in situation described above exists, the Lockbox Depository should immediately 1. Prepare execute stand form 5515. Charge the amount with the unpaid item per adjust for the Treasury DDA agency. The lock depository shall include service charges, return check charges, insufficient fund charges, related fee for the monthly bank management. Portion shall not add and charge for these fees for the depository agency with the same form 5515. Portal adjustment cash links. Remember the same 5515. No offsetting deposit ticket. When the deposit ticket insufficient to cover the debit amount with a particular amount, the lockbox depository shall not report 5515 with the day of the cash link does not accept the rank with the transfer of the debt amount with the not can be covered the next business day. Section 2040-70. 2040-40 preparation Lockbox depository process of all debts preparing same form 5515 total amount each type of adjustment concern same form 5515 intact date of time stamp signature block 8 reference all on same form 5515 original document ticket number agency location code deposit date from which adjustment copies prepare internal debit ticket if applicable decrease balance of the DDA. 2040-40B documentation Lockbox depository shall provide agency for the sufficient backup documentation support with the same form 5515 reported cash link. In addition, Lockbox depository explain the adjustment agency depository use Lockbox stamp form 5515 blocks may also contain reference code for the refer to separate as hedge document corresponding debit entries. 2040-40C, the disposition Lockbox depository should retain originals and copy each of the same form 55 for the applicable the Lockbox depository forward copy to 5515 Federal Reserve Bank according to subsection 2040-70. Lockbox depository disposition same form 5515 also file the return prints original depository copy of 5515 with a copy of the internal debit ticket. Prints agency memorandum confirmed copy of the same 5555 to the agency. Duplicate vouchers 2040-40D. Duplicate vouchers upon request without charge. The Lock depository shall furnish for the process 5515 official service to the federal government agency anytime during the retention period of the Lockbox depository shall plainly stamped copy across the face of all the form 5515. or adjustment lockbox depositors shall notify officials of the adjustment with required with the change of the agency location code, cash link with account key, voucher date, voucher or voucher number for adjustment required with the TN form 215 dollar amount with the previously reported with the deposit with the TN form 215 dollar amount defers the actual amount with the funds deposit with the lockbox depository. So you the following perceive the general difference result of the type of the encoding checking the proof error with the understand with the TN for 215 reported cash link reports new 215 additional with the amount with the cash link with a new deposit ticket number the original deposit ticket date agency location code in agency use block indicate 215 deposit ticket number being adjusted explanation change amount with original deposit ticket to correct overstated 215 reported cash link report 5515 short amount with cash link with debit voucher original deposit ticket agency location agency use block indicating stand form 215 deposit ticket number being adjusted explanation change in amount with original deposit ticket to correct understand stand form 5515 reported cash link report new stand form 5515 additional with the amount with the cash link with a new debit voucher original debit voucher date agency location code in the agency use block indicates stand form 5515 debit voucher being adjusted and explanation changing in amount with original debt voucher to correct it overstated stand form 5515 reported cash link report stand form 215 additional number amount of cash link with the deposit ticket number original debit voucher agency location code in the agency use block in case stand form 5515 debit voucher number being adjusted explanation changing the amount of original debit voucher. Lockbox depository shall use the following receive the debit tickets and depository voucher upon amount difference from this amount reporting cash link correct erroneously standard form 215 first report with the debit of the cash link's original deposit ticket the original deposit ticket reported dollar amount and agency location code with the reverse of the original deposit ticket report new stand form 215 original deposit ticket number original deposit ticket day agency location code correct dollar amount with the cash link with the second area entry will correct with the erroneous amount is entered to correct erroneous reported on stand form 55A15 reverse reporting edit as credit cash link original debit voucher number the original debit voucher date reported dollar amount agency location code this will reverse the original debit voucher entry reporting a new stand 5515 original debt voucher date agency location code correct dollar amount cash link second entry will correct the erroneous amount of the entry. Returned items are the only time officials who requires lockbox depository represent returned items and event with the insufficient fund uncollected fund reason code item returned within one of these reasons lockbox shall 1 automatically redeposit unpaid check second representation 2 check the charge of the treasury DDA with the agency for any item returned after second presentment item returned to the first presentment being returned reason code that the end amount closed at lockbox depositor shall not the redeposit item shall return with the agency in collection. Lockbox deposit shall pay debit ledgers of the DDA with the amount returned with the effect of the calendar day recipient and return item not original day. Each day with the lockbox depositor should provide one stand form 5515 for the user. Each cash link account key summarizing all the return items of the charge for the DDA. After the day shall be calendar date on which return items received with the lockbox depository reports 5515 prepared return items cash link with the date receipt. First subsection 204040 stand form 5515 preparation reporting instructions. Our lockbox depository should provide explanation each for the return item compromising the total debt amount and the depository agency use. Blocking the fifth standard form 5515 minimum information provided shall include withdrawal name, jolly bank, unpaid check with the original deposit date, reason for return item, if possible, attachment, return check for standard form 5515. Situation when multiple returns are received, the lockbox depository may be the unique number of identified with each of the return item for a separate detailed listing information each for the return item, delivery forward, unpaid checks, and agency together, memorandum copy of the standard form 5515. 2047, the reimbursement overdrafts. Overdrafts can occur with variety of reasons, including but not limited to cash return, unpaid return items to the lockbox depository, cash link deposit reporting areas, adjustment of deposit return items closed with the DDA. 2040-78 overdraft situation. Cash links do not accept the negative transfer amount in all cases whether the large debit exceeded the amount of the day with the deposit causing overdraft situation account. Lockbox depository report corresponding 5515 cash link that day. Debit amount continues to exceed the amount deposited on the next business day. The Lockbox depository shall contact official services program manager. 2040-70B depository requirement. Lockbox depositors shall inform the officials of the overdraft situation request for the authorization profit of 5515 through local Federal Reserve Bank debit of the amount against the treasurer against at the Federal Reserve Bank. Lockbox depository shall provide officials with a copy to complete and confirm standard form 5515 together with the supporting detail authorization official service. Supporting documentation shall state Lockbox supports depository ABA number, treasury DDA number of agencies, account agency location code, agency cash link, account key, reasons for requested debit action. Federal Reserve Bank accept the 5515 debit vouchers. 2040-70C reconciliation. Lockbox depository provide agency with a return item unpaid check together with a memorandum with the confirmed copies of the 5515 additional support document. Lockbox depository should provide the agency the adjustment action for the function of the Federal Reserve Bank. Lockbox depository shall inform the agency that account detail of them not reviewed. Cash link agency access to the agency location Federal Reserve Bank ABA number. Section 2045 Internal Control Communication. Lockbox depository provide employee with subcontract provide proper supervision, quality control of the training so accurately, timely, compliant with the requirements of the designated financial agent. Conduct the least quarterly briefings, managerial, operational staff reviewing all security requirements identified on the designated financial agent. Reconcile billing inquires monthly account analyst statements for the officer for the performance in 30 calendar days. Immediately notify officials of the writing of adjustments have been made. Inform officials of the request changes made by the agency related to the performance of the designated financial agent. Control the flow work over the time received the management process for the compliance with the production security quality requirements for the designated official agent. Report deposit transfer, perform Lockbox management reporting in accordance with the procedures in this chapter. Identify customers, serve the report, represent the technical production concern, official matters, maintain a log, all cash checks, blank linees, receive the Lockbox. Unless otherwise prescribed in the memorandum of understanding, follow all audit guidelines written in the Lock Depository, the designated financial agent memorandum of understanding, currently constituted and amended, maintain a log of serious situation, access violation problems with delivery of the mail, etc. that occur, procedures apply, remedy situation, new procedures implemented. Alright, 2050 Lockbox depository reporting trust funds transfer. Lockbox depository shall also report the deposit performed transfer from the Treasury General account at the Federal Reserve Bank, according with the procedures stated in the cash link operating instruction of the domestic Treasury General account depository supplement. When establishing a Lockbox account, officials shall with the sole discretion determines whether the expected deposit warrant costs expended funds of the Treasury day deposit. Alright, 2050-10 non-expected item account with the deposit no warrant with the cost expediting with official service against the accounting key with the non-expedited account. The non-expedited account usually represents paper locks, check money order, etc. through the many of the electronic lockbox due to the lower dollar amount. The designated with the unexpected item, unless otherwise direct official service the Lockbox depository shall credit with the Treasury with the DDA with the agency report with the cash link prior to 8 p.m. and the banking depository trash fund treasury with the Federal Reserve Bank all view with automatic clearinghouse debit of banking the day with the following the day with the deposit. If the Lockbox depository does not report with the cash link with the 8 p.m. the day of the deposit, it must report with the deposit at 2 p.m. of the business day with the following day. The deposit officials will send 1031 funds of the transfer required the Lockbox deposit instruct for the Lockbox depository send with the payment to the Treasury through Fedwire same day. Officials of the services review reserves the right to require Lockbox depository expedited funds for the non-expedited account through Fedwire day of the deposit official service normally provided written notification to the Lockbox depository 7 calendar days prior to such occurrence throughout the such notification required. Officials of the designated the electronic box Lockbox account key for the non-expedited account with Lockbox depository shall transfer the fund day after the deposit stayed above unless the total amount of the electronic funds deposited are greater than $1 million. If the electronic funds deposited greater than $1 million threshold, Lockbox depository immediately shall make the deposit report with the transfer the electronic funds to the Fedwire void value funds assessment. And as soon as the Fed wire transfer completes successfully, shall notify the automatic clearinghouse department to project the automatic clearinghouse debit the exact amount of the Fed wire unless the lockbox depository initiate the projection automatic clearinghouse drawdown occurred in the following business day cause of the duplicate payment of the Treasury lockbox depository must comply with the established cash link deadlines, otherwise halted by the automatic clearinghouse. Expedited accounts. Officials of the designated account with the expedited account lockbox depository shall credit the Treasury of the DDA agency report designate deposit through the cash link prior to 2 p.m. on the bank day deposit Treasury fund over the Treasury account with the Federal Reserve Bank Fed wire on the same day, unless otherwise officials of the consider accounts associated with electronic lockboxes as expedited accounts report cash link prior to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time banking day with the deposit transfer fund Treasury account Federal Reserve Bank Fed wire on the same day. Cash link initiates the automatic next business day automatic clearinghouse drawdown on all the deposits received after 2 p.m. If the 2 p.m. report deadline is met for the expedited account locked by deposits, shall do the following: immediately make deposit report transfer funds Fed wire void values funds assessment. As soon as the Fed wire transfer is successfully completed, notify automatic clearinghouse department to reject automatic clearinghouse debit for each exact amount of the Fed wire. List lockbox depository initiates projection automatic clearinghouse drawdown will occur on the following business day cause of the duplicate payment with the Treasury lockbox depository must comply with the established cash link deadlines, otherwise halted automatic clearinghouse. See Appendix D detail the reporting funds transfer instruction electronic details deposits. If the paper remittance are recovered electronic lockbox but otherwise expedite with the account lockbox depository shall report with the paper deposit using separate deposit ticket after 2 p.m. next business day automatic clearinghouse drop down request generated transfer date paper remittance only shall be the business day of the following deposit date. Section 2055 Lockbox Bank Management Reporting. Officials determine the method of the Lockbox Management Reporting System Association Financial Professional with formerly TMA. Identify with the product procedure code of the financial serve with the recognized official serve with the Association Financial Professional develop product code to serve with the terms definition information on volume activity. Each product code is relating to specific agent and cash link account keys either derived with the deposit from reports of the cash link or reported each month with the Lockbox depository to the automated bank management system of the official service. Until the lockbox management reporting function is automated, lockbox depositors should prepare all the monthly reports according to the instruction of the designated financial agent in this chapter. Alright, 2060. Lockup depository reporting requirement. The following list for the information lockbox depository must report on a monthly basis with the official service of the information that does not need to be submitted to the account assembly. Analyst substatement the best be received as accessible for someone approved with the format deadline and specified. Notify request official service without charge lockbox depository submitted with the monthly DDA statement for each of the agency account. Separate endpoint analysis funds availability report for each of the agency account. 2060-10 reports due the 8th business day of the subsequent month. Sending the following report with the bank management team leader agent electronic bank service division signed statement of the income and expenses. Send the following report with the account analysis team leader financial service division lockbox for the display with the corresponding AFP product code activity volume with per items charged agency location code accounting key with to correspond with the specified DDA return items volumes actual 0 day 1 day 2 day availability fund percentage resulting in the TADCB if applicable and monthly adjustment of the descriptions. Send the following report officials over the account analysis officials over the division guaranteed 0 to 2 day availability fund percentage resulting in TADCB if applicable. Report due with the 15 business days subsequent months. So the following with the bank management team leader, electronic bank service division, consolidated net pay position spreadsheet. 2060-30 reports due on the 20th calendar day of the subsequent month. So the following reports account analysis team leader, financial service division. Total amount service charges characterized as basic, standard, ancillary. Monthly end of deposit summary report day displaying daily deposit totals availability 0 1 day 1 day 2 day analysis together with the total. Daily float ratio of deposit summary reports incorporate the checking clearance analysis displaying the number of items sold in deposit, corresponding category float with the lockbox DDA accounts for the total shown in the deposit analysis report, so correspond with the amounts reported on the other reports. Alright, 2060-40, Lockbox Depositories should provide an account analysis team leader with the current actual availability schedule at least 68 months, every 6 months. Our availability schedule changing the Lockbox Depositories shall send an updated schedule within reflects the best actual availability. Physical server before the first day of the month prior to the schedule effective period available. Lockbox down. Depositories shall be assigned according with the schedule and effect with the guaranteed percentage established in the DFA. Designated financial agent. Section 2065, the Lockbox Interest Assessment Program. Financial Service manages the Lockbox Interest Assessment Program for all Lockbox depositories subject to the chapter. The Lockbox depository shall be liable for any failure on its part of the subcontractor to comply with the terms, conditions, provisions of the designated financial agent and with a memorandum of understanding chapter resolve of the delays, funds, the availability, other loss to U.S. Treasury. Lockbox depository liability shall continue 6.5 years of the current shall include but not limited to any daily transfer amount with the amount of funds transfer effective with the daily voucher deposit report ordered to information treasury any remittance received Lockbox depository that are not processed deposit with the treasury of the DDA after 24 hours. Within 24 hours, the amount of remittance of loss while under control responsibility of their premise for the Lockbox depository or subcontract remittance of the received non-processed deposit financial institution in the time frame required. Any part of the primary system failed within another backup system not applied with the transfer of the Lockbox deposit shall be liable for the VOF non-scheduled period of payment amount of VOF is calculated by VOF dollar amount delay times the average federal funds per rated period daily divided by 365 times the number of days delayed. If the Lockbox depository transfer X if the funds, the officials will be liable for the Lockbox depository time on the VOF excess of the transferred treasury account with the Federal Reserve Bank payments made officials serve the Lockbox depository any other form of earning credit with compensation balance for the officials serve the discretion determines otherwise. Briggs Banks, the other financial institution designated with the treasury, send monthly statement with account analysis to each Lockbox depository refers to the amount of the VOF, provides the supporting information for each of the account key. The Lockbox depository shall review the statement of account analysis, identify the incorrect deposit, reporting any of the result of the interest assessment. Lockbox depository shall hear the following procedures for the cash-link statement accounting analysis. Separate a copy of the cash-link statement accounting analysis generated sent on the first business day at the end of the month following the report, month 10th business day following the receipt of the statement account analysis. The Lockbox depository shall review the monthly cash-link statement account analysis, identify deposit reporting discrepancy. Lockbox shall notify official server within 10 business days if they identify the deposit reporting discrepancies during his review of the cash-link statement account analysis. If the Lockbox depository has not been contacted in official service within 20 calendar days following report method, official server will assume the Lockbox depository agreed with the interest assessment, makes the appropriate adjustment. Lockbox depository TTB cumulative of the position of the compensation. VOF will include a calculation compensation due. Physical service made discretion collect VOF assessment Lockbox depository initiate the direct payment of the Lockbox depository treasury general account of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Maybe the direct payment of the Lockbox depository include but not limited to automatic clearinghouse debit of receipt, hard dollar payment with the recharge against the Lockbox depository reserve account of the Federal Reserve Bank, liquidation, collateral pledge, Lockbox depository secured deposit public money where possible. Officials will notify ABO 30 days prior to the directing and payment of the initiative of the option exercise without the type of notification required. Official service does not recognize adjustment to the previous monthly ledger balance service charge adjustment made for the Lockbox depository method of making deficient party of the VFO for adjustment. If another official directly bills for the Lockbox depository shall promptly remit the amount that was set forth the VOF for assessment disposition. If the Lockbox depository fails to comply with the VFO assessment within the time specified, Lockbox depository should be liable to interest penalty for the administrative costs according to the applicable authorities included but not limited to those codified Title 31 U.S.C. Code 3717, Title 44 CFR Part 101 to 15. Alright, 2070 compensation. Lockbox depository may be compensated with services provided with the Treasury means for the automatic clearinghouse credits for the imputed value of the TTB for the other imputed value of the collected overnight balances maintained in the Treasury general account immediately available to fund with the method for the compensation sold at the discretion of the Treasury. First, official service made is decide with the compensate with lockbox depository, lockbox collection for the imputed earnings of the investment balance, which consists one investment TTB placed with the official service the separate from the non-interest bearing time account with lockbox depository and the TADCB when the DDA lockbox depository shall maintain with the TTB with non-interest bearing account entitled with the U.S. Treasury time balance. Deposit open account cash management service is the value deprived of the lockbox depository interest rate free of the interest balance over the sufficient period of time shall be served with the lockbox depository compensation provided required service to specify the defense of financial agent designated financial agent applicable memorandums of understanding investment balance calculations for official service of the Treasury time balance for the adequate level to compensate the lockbox depository agree with the expense of the imputed value of the TADCB. Officials for the must consider the forecast activity same level of the Treasury time balance. Financial services against the Treasury time balance amount with the necessary for the compensated purpose of the how the official serve the reserve of the right to adjust Treasury time balance any time the graph of the Treasury time balance adjustment. Lockbox depository submitted to the bank management team leader within official service have been writing sufficient documentation support requested adjustment. Official service the review of the document responds as deems appropriate with the sole discretion. Officials with the lockbox depositor and monetary level of the Treasury time balance following the manager's report. All discussions between lockbox depository officials for the regarding compensation issues shall be based on the above method calculation. Officials service may receive the statement of income expense outlining above the information format provided in Appendix 1 by 8th business day subsequent month. The ABO must provide a statement of income expenses. Alright, Section 207010, Treasury average daily collected balance on bailiff's local balance depository provide with officials for the actual available fund balance percentage monthly available report provides daily clearing total of the lockbox deposit should include calculate the TADCB using both actual guaranteed available funds percent as prescribed in subsection 207020 using the following formulas and then Alright, 2070-20, earning values funds treasured, and the transfer of lockbox deposits shall reimburse the officials for the value of the earning 0-day collected funds are transferred. Treasury Bank day following the deposit date with the lockbox deposit for received statement, settlement of the 0-day collected with the funds, say, they deposit either of those funds overnight. If officials will reimburse lockbox depository only value with the earnings of the 2-day uncollected funds transferred Treasury with a day after the deposit. Items sold between 2 days that should be considered the 2-day uncollected funds for issues will only reimburse lockbox depository 1-day interest of these items. Lockbox depository calculate the TADCBD and following formula section 207010 shall provide resulting figure officials for the 8 business days subsequent month guaranteed available the percentages as part of designated financial agent. Lockbox depository calculate the TADCB twice monthly and provide with both figures official services. First, lockbox depositor should calculate the TADCB using actual funds available the percentage for the analysis period. And second, to calculate the TADCB using guaranteed available the percentage established by the designated financial agent. Official services either the greater two result in TADCB compensation. Therefore, a lockbox depositor should include the greater number of statement of income and expenses. Guaranteed percentage if not part of the designated financial agent. Lockbox depositor shall only calculate the TADCB once using actual percentage shall report for figure official services. The AECR applied with the TDACB determine the non-net earnings value transfer of the Treasury for the analysis period. Alright, we're going to cut the tape at 2075 collateral requirements.